Back in 2020, I had just quit my six-figure job and failed my first business. I wanted to get rich quick, so I gambled on NFTs and meme coins. Initially, I got really lucky. I was able to get over $750,000 in gains. But overnight, I lost it all due to the bear market kicking in. Most people would call that a disaster, but for me, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because losing everything forced me to stop chasing get-rich-quick schemes and start building real businesses. One that now generates over $40,000 a month without relying on the market, other people, or anything outside of my control. And by the end of this video, you're gonna understand exactly how I went from losing $750,000 to building a real business that's completely recession-proof, requires no employees, and can be run literally anywhere in the world. So stick around. So let me paint you a picture of where I was in 2020. I just walked away from a comfortable six-figure salary thinking I was destined for more. My first business I attempted had crashed and burned, which depleted most of my savings, and I was sitting there thinking there must be a quicker way. That's when I discovered the world of crypto, NFTs, and meme coins. And this was early 2020, before anyone and their grandmother was talking about crypto. I remember my first win. I had invested $5,000 into a random NFT project, and over 2 weeks, it had gone up to $40,000. And in that moment, I was completely hooked. And my mindset at the time was a little bit warped, in my opinion. I was thinking I had to find the right opportunity at the exact right time. And my belief was that the wealthy people were just spotting trends at a better time than other people. So then I would spend hours scrolling Twitter, Discord, LinkedIn, trying to find the next play in the world of the crypto boom. And for a while it did work. However, my lifestyle was constantly refreshing my portfolio from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to bed. I mean, I remember the day that I actually hit $750,000 in unrealized gains, took a screenshot, and was just staring at it for probably 10 minutes. I felt invincible at the time. I was making more money than I was ever making in a single year. I started telling my friends and family about my new investing strategy. I'm sure some of you guys have been in the same shoes. I started spending more, going out more. I felt like I had cracked the code to wealth to some degree. But what I did not understand at the time was I was basically gambling instead of investing. And as you guys know, the house always wins when you're gambling. Now, there was about a 2-week time in May 2021 that I vividly remember, because this is when everything kind of unraveled in the crypto scene. I went to bed with $750,000 in crypto gains. And in the morning when I woke up, I basically had lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. I would refresh my portfolio, watching it go basically from that amount dwindling down, hour by hour, minute by minute, to the point where it was 1/10 the portfolio value. I kept telling myself it was just a dip and that it would bounce back. And obviously you guys know it didn't really bounce back at all. Everything that I had quote unquote invested in was now gone, just like that. And I think for me, the worst part wasn't necessarily about the money. I really think at the end of the day, it was me realizing how delusional I was through that entire journey of quote unquote investing. All that wealth that I thought I'd built wasn't really real. It was just a number on a screen that I was tied to. And at the time I was, refreshing my portfolio in disbelief. I think a lot of my self-worth was tied to that number as well. So it made me feel terrible when that entire experience kind of unraveled and fell. And now I was just sitting there with leaving my comfortable job, failing my first business, gambling on NFTs and crypto, and now effectively being zeroed out. And this is kind of what I would call my personal rock bottom. But you know what? In hindsight, that's exactly what I needed in my life at that time. Because it was in that moment that I realized I hadn't really built anything real. I hadn't created any value for anybody. And most of all, I feel like I didn't really develop any skills. I was just kind of gambling and calling it business. And that's where I remember a phrase kept coming back to me over and over and over again. You don't make money unless you become the person worthy of making that money. And I started thinking about all the truly wealthy people in the world. None of them, or very few of them, actually got rich trading crypto and meme coins and NFTs. Most of them got rich by building businesses that are real, helping customers, solving problems, and they really just became valuable humans first, and the money just followed. So that's when I decided I was going to lock in and figure this out once and for all. So I eliminated all the distractions in my life. So I uninstalled any social media apps, addicting apps, video games, anything that would be considered a distraction in my life. Stopped going out and drinking as much as I used to, and really focused on going to the gym. And I recreated what most people call monk mode for myself. But most importantly, I was really just looking to start a business with a specific criteria. One that solved real problems for real people, that didn't require a huge startup capital, and one that I can do remotely. And they weren't dependent on market timing or luck. And that's when I found the home service space, and more specifically, cleaning. Now at the time, and you might even be thinking to yourself, cleaning, is that really your big business idea? But upon doing research, a couple things started to make sense to me. Number one, it was a massive industry that was growing steadily. Cleaning is worth over $60 billion in the United States. It's growing over 5% year over year. Number two, it's pretty much recession-proof. No matter the time, you look outside any office, your place that you live in, any apartment complex, complex. They all need to be cleaned, and they need to be cleaned on a frequent basis. So the ongoing demand is always going to be there for this industry. And then number 3, what really caught my eye was that most cleaning companies are operating like it's 1985. What I mean by that is most people in the industry are great cleaners, but have zero sense of business skill or acumen. They're still using pen and paper to schedule their clients. They're still using cash payments only, and they're only growing by word of mouth. So to me, as I looked at it, I was like, okay, this is a growing industry that's ripe for disruption. Within digging deeper, specifically remote cleaning arbitrage businesses is what would be the unique competitive advantage. So instead of doing the cleanings yourself, you are going to run the back-end operations, the marketing, the customer support, everything that's surrounding the actual service, so you don't have to be there. So this was pretty much a 180 from the crypto gambling scene. And instead of betting on some moonshot coin, I was solving real problems for real people that actually needed services. And the best part of the time was the barrier to entry was extremely low. You don't need a ton of capital start. You just need the right systems and to be willing to do the work. And from there, I just started building from zero with a couple $1,000s to my name. And for me, when I was building that business plan, I decided that I was going to compete on professionalism and systems as opposed to price, meaning I was going to be the cleaning company that actually showed up to the job, took before and after photos, used modern systems to communicate with clients, and make it a seamless experience end to end. So with that in mind, I pretty much rolled out an aggressive 2-week strategy where I did a lot of organic outreach, meaning cold emails, cold DMing, cold calling, paired with some digital marketing strategies. From there, I was able to gain an initial traction of customers. I had a great offer. I was willing to give a huge discount for my first clients in exchange for getting good reviews, building my name, getting some recurring clients. And by the end of the first month, I had over $3,000 in recurring clients heading into the second month. And with every single penny I had, I reinvested it into the growth of the business. And while I was growing, something that I was doing that was very important to my process was I made sure I was documenting every single thing I was doing in detail with the intention of passing this on down the line to someone else. And I think that's an important distinction. That's really thinking from a systems-oriented approach. If you're thinking that way from the beginning, you're understanding, hey, I'm not going to be in this seat one day. Someone else is going to do it. I want to make sure that they can do it as good as I could. And I basically took that approach, rinsed and repeated it, hit 10,000 within 45 days, and then hit 30,000 within 6 months. And a key part here is because I was building all the systems up front, I was not spending more time in the business as we continued to scale. So after going through both of those experiences, the crypto and the cleaning business, they couldn't be more night and day. With crypto, I would literally wake up with anxiety, checking where is my actual portfolio balance, aka what was my self-worth worth in that moment. And my entire emotional state was tied to whatever that was. As you can imagine, that's almost like riding an emotional roller coaster 24/7. With cleaning, I would wake up excited knowing that there's a clear path forward. I just needed to go and execute everything that I knew I had to do. There was a direct correlation between the inputs that I would have and the outputs my business would produce. When I reinvested into the business, I would get more clients. When I improved my sales process, our conversion rate would go up. And when I would improve our operations, we would get more efficient. It was very clear on how I would actually go about running this. And I think the kicker here is while my crypto portfolio could basically disappear overnight, my cleaning business month over month was growing. And like I mentioned before, even if there's an economic downturn, businesses and people still need to get their place cleaned. And economic uncertainty actually brought more value to the companies that could provide a reliable service. I started to think about what would my life look like had I figured this out a little bit sooner, as opposed to chasing all the get-rich-quick schemes that are out there, and really focused on building value from day one. I probably would have been much wealthier now because I'd grown it through sustainable business growth and not gambling luck. That realization is both motivating and frustrating. Frustrating in the sense that I wish I found out about that sooner, but motivating in the sense that I knew I was heading in the right direction. So losing that $750,000 was painful, but it did teach me a very important lesson. And that's real wealth comes from building something of value for yourself, not gambling on things that you can't control. Today, my cleaning business generates over $40,000 and is completely predictable. And that's the result of building real systems instead of chasing market movements. If you want to work with me and my team on building your own remote cleaning business, something real instead of chasing the next get-rich-quick scheme, click the first link in the description below. And I'll see you on the next video.